legends, greetings from the Wrestleverse. This is Lady J, and it's time to take it to the ring. Today I'll be reviewing Ring of Honor Wrestling. Our first match of the night, we have John Walters versus Brian Johnson. This is a hometown Philly match for Brian, and Brian is wound up and aggressive. This is a pure rules match where you see lots of holds, lockups, submissions dominate. You can only have 3 rope breaks per person in a match before you get disqualified. You start losing points. There's no closed fist punches. So John, he runs to the corner and he pops up, landing his shins on the shoulders of Brian, and proceeds to use his shins to kick the tops of Brian's shoulders. And then we have some arm drags and wrist locks, and Brian pulls this sweet elevated cutter. You get a sunset flip for a 2 count, and a big scoop and a slam on Walters. Brian got a warning for using a closed fist. He thought it was worth it. Next time he gets disqualified. Walters is back with a clothesline. He's trapping Brian's arm into a hammerlock Northern Light suplex, and he's bridging up. He kicks out at 2. Brian got the first rope break of the match. Brian rolls up Walters, but he's holding him by the pants, and the ref sees that full moon and breaks up that pin. An ear clap, a sunset flip to a sharpshooter, and it's Brian's second rope break. You know, I never knew that pulling down your opponent's knee pad was a thing, but it's a really good distraction in the match. Brian starts, he gets caught up in another sharpshooter, and he uses his third and final rope break for this match. So he decides he's gonna poke Walters in the eyes, and the ref doesn't see it. Brian kicks out, he's blinded, and Walters, and he falls into Brian's exposed knee, just knocking him out. And that's when he takes out Walters for the win. Then we have a women's triple threat qualifier. We have Mandy, Leon, Trish, Adora, and Allison K. Mandy's in the ring, and she quickly rolls out to let Allison and Trish start without her. She's on the side with Angelina Love scheming in the corner, but Allison gets this nice little firewoman's carry. She's dropping Trish over for a quick cover, and Mandy decides to come in and take advantage of the pinfall. And Allison and Trish, they take out Mandy, and they both try a lariat at the same time, only to hurt their own forearms. Trish shows off her jiu-jitsu moves, and Mandy comes back with a clothesline from the corner. Both Trish and Allison are on Mandy at the same time. We've got a butterfly comer in the front, ankle lock in the back, and Mandy just locked in the middle of this. Now somehow she wiggles out of here, and she takes advantage of Allison and Trish getting distracted with each other. And she eventually takes out Allison K with an astral projection for the win. But Angelina Love totally contributed to this win while the ref wasn't looking. All right, our big match of the night, Dalton Castle versus Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is the current ROH TV champ, and these guys are rolling around and flipping each other over. Dalton gets outside the ring, and it looks like Dragon Lee is gonna fly over the ropes, but instead he slides into his tranquilo. He eventually sends Dalton outside the ring again, and this time gives him a suicide dive. Dragon gets Dalton in a front face lock and lifts him up into a Falcon Arrow suplex. Dalton sends Dragon up and over the barricade, and then all the way over to the other barricade. We see a leg hook for a 2 count. Dalton gets in his hip lock and flips him into a German suplex, and Dragon is getting some big forearms on Dalton in the corner. He follows up with a drop kick, Dragon's breath, and he hooks the leg for a cover, but we got a kick out at 2. Dalton spins Dragon inside out with a lariat. And then Dragon Lee flies over the ring onto Dalton, but his little peacocks are protecting him. But Dragon Lee bombs them anyways. And Dragon gets in a ripcord German suplex, followed by another clothesline. 2 count cover. He's feeling a little cocky. He's lowering his knee pad, preparing for the incinerator. But Dalton hits him a huge clothesline, turning Dragon Lee inside out again for the 3rd time during this match. We got big elbows, running knee strikes, Dalton Castle bangerang. But out of nowhere, we have like SOS and Kenny King and Shane Taylor showing up, fighting outside the ring, whatever. And then we get a second bangerang, but the ref's nowhere to be found. And Dragon gets in his incinerator knee strike. Jack Draper comes out of nowhere and he pushes Dragon Lee back into the ring for a third bangerang by Dalton Castle for the win and the pinfall. Your new champion, Dalton Castle. Here at the Wrestleverse, we like to rate our matches, and number 5 being the best is Fight Forever. Number 4, This Is Awesome. Number 3, You Still Got It. Number 2 is What? And number 1 is Boring. And I think this is a must-see episode of Ring of Honor, and I give it This Is Awesome. That's it for this week's Ring of Honor. Take a moment to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more Wrestlecap videos. Click the link below. Until next time, I'm Lady J, and keep it lucha.